Tamiya Hornet, it destroys mushrooms. Corporate Nitro, we've just been given a bag of goodies from a good Samaritan here in the office. Let's have a look what it is. Whoa, it's a Tamiya Hornet. What a classic. With the controller as well. Alright, so we've got the Hornet on the workbench finally. What have we got to do? We've got to wash the body because it's pretty dirty, pretty dusty. We've got to repair this broken spotlight that seems to have cracked off there. Then we move on to the transmitter. We need to see if this thing works. We're going to load it up with 8 AA batteries and see if that comes on. And then we've got to finally work out what's wrong with this car. So, you know, all I was told is it doesn't work. So what does that mean? Does that mean the combined receiver ESC is burnt out? Well, no, it's not combined, is it? It's separate. We've got the receiver there and the ESC there. Is the motor burnt out? These motors normally last forever. These 540 cans, whatever they are, silver can, Mabuchi. We'll see which one it is. And underneath, bit of scratching here, got a loose screw there. Is the steering servo working? Front tires look okay. Move on to the rear tires. They're completely cracked and no foam. And the other one is not cracked and there's no foam. So definitely one tire needs replacing. I can't just go and change the tires because they're glued on. I can't go and change the wheels because they're specific to this model. So that's a shame that it won't use hexes, and I can't grab anything from the spares part box. So we might have to stick some foam in there and put some silicone to repair that. But first of all, let's see what's going on here, what is working and what is not working. We've got to find a battery with a Tamiya plug, go from there. Okay, now get the toothbrush.
Yep.
Get some soap on it.
Yep.
Wash this one a little bit. No, you do it. You do it.
Oh.
Here, do it here. Do it here. That's it. Are you a professional Hornet washer? Now, you've got to very, very carefully clean this one.
Why really carefully?
It's full of dust.
Why really carefully?
Why we don't want to break it. Okay, give it a clean. As it turns out, it only needs 4 batteries, not 8, so that's a good start. Let's see if it turns on. It's on, red light. Does that mean low battery, or does that mean power is on? Probably power is on.
The battery is run out, so we need to put a new battery in there.
Oh, in your lightsaber?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go and put a new battery in your lightsaber. Alright, so we found a battery. It's got a Dean's connection, so we've had to put an adapter on there to go from Dean's back to the Tamiya Molex style. Okay, have we got steering? Okay, so steering is the wrong way. Let's reverse the steering. Left, right. That's working. Throttle. That's working. Oh, it cut out. Okay, so the ESC is delivering power to the receiver because we've still got steering, but we've got no drive anymore. We had drive, but we've lost it. So I'd say the ESC is playing up because we know the motor's working. So we've just connected a one of my better batteries just to see what happens. Okay, we've got full throttle. So battery issue is what happened the first time. We are charging another battery here, but probably, maybe this is the most charged battery I've got. So let's connect a LiPo and just see how much RPM we can get from this motor. Alright, storage voltage LiPo is connected and hopefully it doesn't fall off the table. Oh yeah! This thing is alive. Does reverse work? No reverse. Oh yeah, it's come good. Right, we've mounted the NIMH pack that is working, and everything seems fine. I don't know why I was told this car doesn't work, but it seems to work fine. Maybe the only thing we have to do is put some foam in here or mount some new tyres. But let's try it on the ground and see how we go. Uh-oh, battery's flat. G'day. Okay, I'll say it. Ready, set, go. Oh, you won. So Joe has done us a favour. He's grabbed the tools. He's taken off the rear busted wheel so that we can see if we can find some sponge for it or a spare tyre or see what we have to order. But anyway, now that we've got that off, look at this. We found someone's pet dog in here. Look at that. There's a whole dog in there. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Come and play with us. Let's go for a run, boy. Come on. Come on. All right, let's try and get Maria's hair off here. This is Maria's hair from her head, or it's her cat's hair, or it's her dog's hair. It's actually brown hair. Maria's hair is black. Oh, look at that. It all came off. There it is. There and there. Now it's clean. Maria, if you're in the office on Monday, I'm going to give you a bag with all your hair back. All right, we've decided that Hornet wheels tyres are too expensive, so we're just going to fix what we've got. So we've measured it out 30 millimeters wide, and we're going to cut it there on that line. Okay, so we'll just cut that off there, around about there. But what they do in Tamiya world is they do that on an angle like that. So that when they meet, when the two sides meet, you see that? You don't want to have a bump going that way. It's nice and smooth. Alright, so we've got the wheel. We've got the caulking gun with some silicone. So get some of that silicone. We're going to spray this wheel here. Wrap the foam around it. Going to use a little bit of tape here. We're going to get this.
What is that?
This is silicone. And what we're going to do is we're going to put some gloves on.
Then why are you wearing them?
They're for colouring women's hair. Why am I wearing them?
Yeah.
Because I've got to throw them in the bin because they're terrible, but I might as well just use them one more time. Okay, so we'll put the silicone in there. A little bit more silicone on the bead in the middle. Okay, we'll spread that nice and evenly.
Papa, what about the other silicone pack there? That silicone that's
Now, what we're going to do, we're going to flip that over. Oh yeah, flip, flip, flip. Flip, flip, flip. Oh, shot out.
Is that the tire from that buggy?
Yeah.
Can we test it out?
No, it's got to dry. Then we'll smooth it off. Right, so the silicone has gone hard. It looks crap on the inside, but it looks fine on the outside of the wheel. And so let's put the little pin here back inside the shaft and put the wheels back on. Now time for the hardest part, or maybe the easiest part of the repair. It's this little headlight here. It says bright light. So it was flapping around in the bag that it came in. One still attached. It seems to have one Phillips head screw and a thin flat washer going through the perspex, through the Lexan here, and for whatever reason it's come off. So we'll see if we can reattach it, but it looks like the Lexan has snapped. So maybe what we'll do is see if we can find a bigger washer, or maybe what we'll have to do is glue a little bit of plastic onto the inside, drill a new hole, and then reattach it. Alright, I've been mucking around with using bigger washers and using even some pistons from some shocks, and I just can't get anything to bite in here. It just always falls out. So we're going to do a repair of the polycarbonate using a larger piece of polycarbonate, glue it in there, and drill a hole, and then ream a hole in the poly. So who would I be if I wasn't collecting polycarbonate? So I've got a box here of pieces of polycarbonate that I've been collecting whenever I do a build. So we'll grab a little piece and cut it out. What we do is we put the piece in there, and then we measure out what we want to cut. We mark it out. Now we can cut it. We use the curved scissors because they cut nice and straight. Okay, so it's time to attach that little piece to the section where we want to attach it. Now remember, don't use the Bunnings Sally's shoe fix. That will eat the Lexan. Make sure you use a hot glue gun, also available at Bunnings. So we put a bit of glue on both sides, and then just push the piece into place. You can see I've marked out the little dot. That's how I knew where the middle was, where I really wanted it to line up. So now it's just a matter of letting it go hard and then reaming a hole. All right, we've got our body reamer. Take it out. We're going to push from the inside, right? That way we don't pop the new piece off. And I think that's in. So there you go. We've now got the headlights on. Looks much better with two. There you go. Body shell back on. I even found these little pins, and I put some zip ties on the end to make them easier to pull out. Not that they're hard to pull out, but I had them in the drawer anyway. So let's have a look at it. How does it look? Like a backyard fix, eh? Bit of a mess, but better than what it was. There you go. Tamiya Hornet. Ready for its first bash since the repair. With the body on and the tyre fixed and the headlight on. I'll tell you what, these little cars, they're light. They last a long time. The electronics are fantastic. Now my absolute favourite feature about the Hornet is this clipless battery cover. It just says pull down to remove, and there you go, straight into the battery. No thumb nuts, no screws, no pins, nothing to lose, nothing to worry about. You might think these old Tamiya cars are very basic plastic and a very basic design, and it's true, they're super simple, but there's lots of give, which means lots of slop. But look at that, they're so flexy, they just don't really break because they're so light. You move into some of the heavier cars, and then when this ABS plastic hits, it just smashes. We all know that. But on these buggies, you're not really hitting anything. You're staying away from gutters and bricks and things. So it's just you in the dirt, really. So they tend to just survive. And these rear gearboxes, they just seem bulletproof, don't they? There's a bit of a nest happening here. Maybe it's a hornet's nest.